Hi guys, today we will be talking about Circle of Willis. To remember Circle of Willis, you just have to remember three types of arteries. That is supplying arteries, perfusion arteries, and communicating arteries. Supplying arteries, as the name suggests, they will be the main supply for Circle of Willis. That is, for anterior circulation, we will have internal carotid artery, and for posterior circulation, we will have basilar arteries. Let's see in the diagram. For anterior circulation, this is the internal carotid artery, both sides. And for posterior circulation, these are the vertebral arteries, right and left, which combine to form the basilar artery. We are done with supplying, then we will talk about perfusion arteries. There are three paired perfusion arteries, which are, as the name suggests, perfusion. So, anterior part of the brain will be supplied by anterior cerebral artery, which is a branch of internal carotid artery. Middle part will be supplied by middle cerebral artery, as the name suggests, middle, which is again the branch of internal carotid artery. And posterior part will be supplied by, as the name suggests, posterior cerebral artery, which is terminal branch of basilar artery. Now, after being done with for supplying arteries and perfusion arteries, let's see the third part. Communicating arteries are the arteries which will just communicate between whatever left in the circle. So left fill in the blanks will be done by communicating. So as the name suggests, anterior communicating will be filling the blank of anterior circulation. That is anterior communicating artery between anterior cerebral and posterior communicating will be filling the posterior circulation, which is in between internal carotid artery and posterior cerebral artery. This completes the Circle of Willis. I hope it helps. Now, what is happening under normal circumstances? Under normal circumstances, Circle of Willis is not acting. So, this basically there is no mixing of blood happening under normal circumstances. When does Circle of Willis act? Circle of Willis basically acts as a shunt when there is occlusion in the vessel leading to reduced perfusion. Otherwise, Circle of Willis is not active. These are different variations in Circle of Willis along with their prevalence. Now, a quick recap of Circle of Willis with me. You can make the diagram. You can divide them in three parts: supplying artery, perfusing artery, and communicating artery. First is supplying arteries forming anterior and posterior circulation. Anterior circulation was formed by internal carotid artery. You can make two internal carotid arteries. Posterior was formed by two vertebral arteries combining to form one basilar artery. We are done with supplying arteries. Now we will talk about perfusing arteries. As the name suggests, anterior, middle, and posterior cerebral artery. It will be supplying anterior, middle, and posterior part of the brain. Anterior cerebral artery is a branch of internal carotid artery, same as middle cerebral artery, which is also a branch of internal carotid artery. Then comes the posterior cerebral, which is the terminal branch of basilar artery. Now comes the communicating artery. As I told you, communicating arteries will be communicating between two arteries, filling the blanks of Circle of Willis. The anterior communicating will be in between anterior cerebral artery. Posterior communicating will be in between internal carotid artery and posterior cerebral artery. Now we will see the branches in yellow. This makes the Circle of Willis. Now we will see the branches. Vertebral arteries, we have two branches. We have anterior spinal artery and posterior inferior cerebellar, not cerebral, cerebellar arteries. For basilar arteries, we have superior cerebellar arteries. We have anterior inferior cerebellar artery and we have pontine branches. Now we will see branches of internal carotid, ophthalmic artery, and anterior choroidal artery. I hope it helped. Now you can answer the questions in below. First is posterior communicating artery is joining which two arteries? Second is what are the branches of basilar artery? Comment below. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed it.